Today, I raced to stop the bloodbath.
That's the problem with having such a big family.
How do you choose the ones you save? Let's race!
G'day, Jason.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Man, awesome. Congratulations on the movie. The early reactions are in, and people are calling you the MVP. How does that feel?
Weird. No, I think the movie. I'm excited to see it tonight, man. I don't know. I'm happy people love it. You know, it's such an all-star cast. So I don't know. There's a lot of amazing performances, and working with like Charlize and Dan, Michelle, we had a great time. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's an insane cast. And as far as the franchise goes, like the first one came out, you would have been in your early 20s. What did it mean to you? What did it influence you? Because it's been so influential when it comes to car culture.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Vin did is, he embodies that character so well, and I 100% loved the first one, and I was a big motorcycle fan, so I definitely, gearhead, and it's cool what they've done, and they've got to this place. No way did I ever think they'd make 10 of them, and now we're gonna make 2 more. Well, only Fast would make a trilogy within the last episode of the last movie, but I never thought I'd be in it, man. It's really cool to be able to go like, oh, I'm gonna drive a car in here and be able to ride a motorcycle in Rome. Unreal.
Yeah, I bet. And now you're at a time in your career where you can buy any car you want. Like, what is the dream car that you currently don't own?
You know what? There's so many cars out there. I just don't know all of them yet, but it's probably some kind of old 1920s or 30s race, probably English race car.
One of those, although they're quite small. That's anything to bear in mind. And so when this character of Dante Reyes was first pitched to you, your involvement in this film, like how was it pitched and what was your initial reaction?
Well, I was excited because they wanted a villain, and I hadn't done that in a while. And then they had an idea for me to be the in and how my character would play into all this. And then once I knew that he was, Brazilian, and that it was going to be from, Fast, we would jump out of Fast 5.
If you never would have gotten behind that wheel, I'd never be the man I am today. And now, I am the man who's going to break your family.
Then I just started coming up with ideas and pitching it to them, and then from there they liked it, and then we just kind of kept building on top of that.
Yeah, well, let's talk about some of those ideas, because you got bad guys, and then you've got bad guys who will stab a dude and then lick the blood off the knife. Like that's another level.
That was actually an homage to my son. My son is always like, he loves weapons and stuff, so he's always like, Papa, watch this, Papa, watch this. And he'll do these moves. Like, I do it for my son, because my son, like in Dune, I go like this, and I put my hand to my heart, and I put it like this. Well, that was something that he did in Kali. So I do that for my boy, and then in turn, we use that for Timmy. So that was a really cool moment to signal my son. And then I hate saying I'm licking blood off of a knife to signal my son, but my son would always do this move, and he would pose and do this move and lick the blade. I'm like, stop doing that, Ed. Yeah, don't do that. And then, I put it in there. That's from my boy. But I would always mess with him when he's little, because he'd be like, Papa, look at this weapon, look at this. And I'm like, oh, cool, that's a great idea. I'm like, oh, look at this new idea that I'm putting in the movie. He's like, Papa, that's my idea. I was like, no, that's my idea. I want to put it in the movie. And so it's just a fun thing I have with my boy.
Amazing. And Dante as a character is so unpredictable. Like at times he reminded me a bit of Tony Montana and Scarface, like where Tony's like really losing it.
Yeah.
And he's also got this androgynous aspect to him. It's unexpected, I guess. So like, what was the thinking behind giving Dante kind of that vibe?
Well, it's weird because the whole thing kind of started from a necklace that my friend made, and it's this beautiful pastel necklace that I just thought it was gorgeous, and it was so, the idea of using pastel colors to be inviting and warm and not scary, and so having a villain dressed this way is just like, you're not scared of him. You kind of come into it, and his personality is like just, it's free flowing. Like I kind of wanted him as like freshly like he's just completely like He's like very open and like, yeah, it's just he's lovable.
This is your last ride. Then you might want to buckle up.
But when you get in close and you see those eyes, and then he's got your knife and he wants to cut him up close, then you're like, shit,
Yeah.
he's got you. So I kind of wanted it to happen that way, and I feel like he's very free. I wanted to make him like a peacock, so it's just he's just very flamboyant, which is awesome. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun to play, and he's been described as like an anti-Dom, which I think is pretty accurate. Like, tell me about sharing scenes with Vin in this film.
it's great. We don't need me to. It doesn't need to be a masculine showdown. So I'm like, Dom is like the male. He's the stud, man. It's a stallion right there, and you go, this isn't a pissing contest, man. I think it's actually kind of funny to go,
Yeah.
I'm actually a huge fan of you, Don. I'm like, I'm really probably your biggest fan. And I play it where it's just, I'm a little bit more obsessed with him.
Tommy, I knew you would come for me. I'm Dante. I'm Shantae. So how about we all just start shooting each other? That's what I came here for.
That obsession is creepy, and it can become, you can play it. I'm nervous. I can be, when I'm nervous, I use my humor more, or I can be charming and like make fun of myself because I'm nervous. So I think if you make him as like, I want to be everything like you. In fact, I want to take everything from you and be you. It's gnarly. So
Yeah.
scary.
Gnarly is the word. And like,
Yeah.
you've been around so many big action set pieces in your career. Was there a moment in the production of Fast X where even you took a moment and thought, you know what, this is actually insane?
I mean, doing my performances in this, genre, this world that this empire that they've created is that's the surreal thing. It's like, I can't believe they're letting me do this, or I'm getting to play this character this way on such a massive platform, and they're supporting it, and they're letting me, and they're asking for me to do more and more and more. So that's everything.
The game's over, Dom. You lose.
They encourage more, and I'm so happy that I haven't seen it yet, but I'm so happy that people are gravitating towards it, because it should help the franchise and make it even. There's a lot more at stake, and there's a lot more evil, and they need a really good bad guy, and I'm like, I'll be a bad guy, I don't want to be a good guy. I got enough of those.
And so when Vin's on the red carpet in Rome and he's like, do you know what? Like, this finale could be split into like a third film. Like, are you like yeah, let's bring it on, Dante?
I think he just said it, bro. I think he was on the red carpet and was like, dude, they're gonna do 2 more. I just found it out talking to someone else. So I mean, I'm gonna go until they kill me. So
man, Dante's hard to kill, so that could be a while.
yeah, I mean, or they don't kill. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And how does making Fast X compare to your experience making the Aquaman movies?
It's not on my shoulders. Aquaman's on my shoulders, right? That's all me. This, I get to come in as a number 60 on a call sheet, so it's like, it's fun. You get to come in and go like, but it's not resting on my shoulders. I get to come and play the villain. Aquaman, it's resting on my shoulders. So, it's on me and James. So it's one of us isn't pulling the weight. It's on us.
Yeah. Number 60 on the call sheet. Like, you're being modest, bro. Like, I can tell you, I saw a bus driving around the streets of Perth City yesterday, a poster for Fast X on the side of it. You got Charlize Theron, Vin Diesel, Brie Larson, all these amazing actors. Right in the middle of it, Jason Momoa.
I don't know, man. I don't see myself that way, but it's exciting. It's Vince. I mean, this is his baby. It's him and Paul, and that's the other cool thing, is to come in. I love Paul Walker, and being able to like be a part of something that was so massive to pulp culture. Charlize is. I don't even. It's scary, and to be even in a scene with her, I really look up to her that much. Where it's like, she's so talented, and it was scary. Even Michelle, she's phenomenal. Like, even before I met her, I was like, oh, Michelle Rodriguez. And so you kind of get, and Ludacris, I freaked out when like, my kids are with me. I'm like, keep it together. And I'm a kid too, man. So I don't know. I see all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I just don't see myself that way. So
Man, fantastic. Well, a lot of people do see you that way. Jason, congratulations on the movie.
Yeah, man.
It's
Have
been
fun.
a treat to talk to you. Enjoy the ride.
Thank you very much.